To administer this year's math aptitude test, take your students to the computer lab. Once they're there and they sign on, all they have to do is find this icon called MAAT and double click on that program. This program will launch, and for the students to log on, they'll be asked for their name and their ID. For name, they can just put their first name. For the ID, they'll put their lunch number. Then they click Next. The test should automatically show up. This is a sample test I'm using for these instructions, but the student should see MAAT or MAAT2. There's two different versions of the test. If they don't see a version of the test, ask them to click back and re-enter their student ID in case they made a mistake. Otherwise, once the test is shown up in blue, they can click Next. The test password is what they enter on this screen. The test password for all students is 1234, and then they click Next. Their name will appear here. So at the beginning, when they enter their first name or last name, it doesn't matter. It goes by student ID. It'll pull up the correct name. They'll verify their name here and then click Start. Once the test appears, they can choose their answer by moving the mouse here and clicking any of these icons, these choices. They can go over here and click these choices, or they can even use the keyboard. When they're ready to move on to another question, they go to the bottom right-hand corner and click the single arrow. Do not press the double arrow. That takes you to the end of the test. So press the single arrow and you go to the next question. Then I'll press the single arrow again. If I skip a question, I'll show you what happens when I end the test. So I will press the button and skip it. Now, once I'm done with the last question, it will gray out the next button. It won't let me go any farther because there's no more questions. You'll notice in the bottom right-hand corner it says Unanswered Questions 1. Now, if I want to find that question quickly, I just double-click on Go To, and the question with the red dot is the one I haven't answered yet. If I do hit End to have the test graded, it will tell me that I have not answered question 3. If I've skipped more than one question, it will tell me you've got some questions you didn't answer. In that case, the students need to click Cancel, go back, and answer that last question. Now when I click in, it says you have answered all of the questions. What would you like to do? We want them to choose End the test and Submit for scoring. So you click OK. It says that your test results have been recorded. It asks them if they want to take another test, and they click No. And the test administrator will be responsible for pulling all the results. But that's as easy as it gets with this test. Double click on the mat icon, put your name in, your lunch number, make sure the test shows up, enter the test password, which is 1234, and then start the test and make sure you answer all the questions before you submit it. And that's it.